Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having a great day there so far. Welcome to Borderline Banter. It's Friday. You made it through the week, and yeah, it's another weekend. I hope you get some time off. I hope you do things you like to do and enjoy yourself. My name is Mike, and I'm here to get you and Dustin, who's moving the mouse around, through some stories we have tonight. I lost my train of thought there. I apologize, but yeah, Dustin, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to the banter. It is Friday night, and we're actually correct when we say that this time, I think.
Yeah, we both got a date wrong. It happens, you know. Like,
Yeah, and today's a special day because we're going live on YouTube's,
well, yeah, we are.
which
Yeah,
you can
we're.
see the YouTube. We are live.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, so if you go to that Borderline Banter YouTube, which you can find it at borderlinebanter.com, or just go.
Now it
Look up
does still
Borderline
say
Banter.
starting soon on there. Is that?
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, this is, yeah, I guess it's not going to work. No, not mine. It shows it.
Let me refresh.
Maybe it's a little.
Okay, it's there.
Yeah,
It's there.
okay.
I just needed to refresh. So
Okay.
it says.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad it's
And for
there.
anybody who tunes in on the YouTube, you can actually get a little sneak preview of all the stories we're going to do because what is that? What do you call that? The information?
Yeah, the description. The
Description
episode.
has a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
The manifest, isn't it? So.
Manifest.
Isn't that the correct word? Or the
Please check our manifest. It's a flight log.
not a flight log. Well, oddly enough, we'll probably be talking about planes.
Oh, and for anyone wanting the link, there it is in chat. Yeah. Thank you, Jays.
Thank you. That's smart. You know, that's why we have someone else out there helping us, because we wouldn't think of that. Why would we post a link to the YouTube page? You know.
I went ahead and pinned it to the top, so I see we only have a few viewers right now, but as people come in, that pinned message stays up there for them. So
for sure, but yeah,
so people can double dip for us on this first one, just to crank the algorithm up, you know.
And if you haven't already, please give us a follow and give that a like button a like, because that helps us grow here at Borderline Banter. We're expanding. That's why we have moved to YouTube, but we're not leaving Kick. We're staying with Kick. We're not leaving Kick yet. So, but yeah, I said Kick quite a bit there. But
yeah, no. But no, the kick is totally fine with you being on other platforms at the same time. So, this just reaches more of an audience. So, win-win as far as we can tell.
Well, for sure. You want to get right at it, or do you?
I want to get right at it.
Let's get right at it.
We have a passenger from hell. What kind of passenger? You'll never guess.
Take it away.
All right, New York Post brings us our first one tonight. Passenger from hell forces flight to turn back after going loopy, banging on cockpit door, according to witnesses. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna start with an airline story.
Yeah.
Big shock.
We got to talk about airplanes. We like airplane stories here. I don't know why.
It just. So, do they mean the person went loopy or the plane went loopy?
I don't know. Like, well, that can. You're right. Actually, with nowadays, you never know. Let's see. That probably has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't even work anyways. It's fine. They've got some pictures down below. So, a flight to vacation hotspot Bali was forced to turn back Monday after a, quote, passenger from hell. So I guess somebody actually said that. Yeah. Banged on the cockpit door, spewed profanities, and slapped another flyer's glasses off his face, according to the airline and shocked witnesses.
All right. They got to start... I don't know how they're going to do this, but they're going to have to start having better security on airlines as well.
Yeah, I think...
They gotta start doing something, because but that's the only thing. There's like, who I guess the airlines can hire security, right?
Well, there's already someone who you can have for this. It's air marshals.
Air marshals, but they're only good for America, not for trips to Australia, not for trips to Canada, right? They're only U.S. marshals.
I think as long as you're on an American plane, it's considered American territory.
Is it? Okay, they just can't get off the airplane or something, or with their gun, right?
Yeah, no, the air marshal stays on the plane.
Huh. Okay, well, maybe that's...
They did it in Con Air. There was that one air marshal that was on the plane with a gun.
Yeah.
What's his name?
But
yeah, this is okay, so here's the picture.
Wait, who is the person?
I'm going to guess Crazy
That person
Eyes.
looks pretty loopy, but maybe Crazy that's just... maybe they were just helping putting the crazy down, and they had to get their crazy out to put the crazy person down.
The blonde woman seen in a screenshot from a cell phone video allegedly had a meltdown aboard a flight from Australia to Bali.
Oh yeah, okay. She looks like she'd go pretty crazy.
Now hold on, this is like gray,
Yeah. No, it's just
isn't
from the
it? Is that
angle.
gray? Looks gray.
Probably from the angle.
This
But
looks
this
gray
it's a
too.
video. That's a video. That guy's
There's
bald
no
and clearly
blonde.
gray. But yeah, that's they didn't make it that far. They didn't get off
Yeah, it
land.
looks like they didn't even leave land really.
Yeah. Well, who were they? I don't know where they were
Yeah,
actually
well, they
heading.
were leaving Melbourne, so yeah, they started here, got all the way up to here, and went back.
Yeah.
I guess
Wow.
where is Bali? Up here somewhere?
I am not 100% sure. Sorry, I could
They don't
not
put
tell
it
you.
on here either.
But yeah, that's insane. Like, what's going on these days? Like, I don't ever remember about hearing this much news about people on the airplanes doing weird shit like this.
Yeah, I know. It does seem like
You know,
it's
like
like a thing. And this isn't the plane falling apart. This is people not knowing
yeah,
how to behave,
yeah.
which
For
is
once,
another
this is
problem.
not
People forgetting
Boeing
how to
or this
behave.
is an airline or anything like that.
How
But-
about try and understand what the fuck is going on before you have a comment? We're 7 minutes.
Yes. Well, yeah, no. If she started freaking out on my flight, I don't know. I do, especially pounding on that cockpit
Okay,
door.
well, what was going on?
Something must be going on. There's
Well,
you can't
what do you think?
you can't hide that many. Like there's too many people. Someone must have seen something going on.
You do not understand any of this. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Well, we should probably not swear because this is
jeez.
YouTube. Remember now. So
Well, I'm just reading
Yeah.
the story.
yeah, but let's keep it blank because we don't want to get kicked off YouTube within the first 10 minutes of the new podcast. But
She was, yeah, we immediately banned. She was verbally abusing everyone in her path, even shoving a fellow passenger holding a baby.
yeah,
As it's told, wrote on social media.
yeah.
So we turned around flight, 3 hours into the flight. Wait, 3 hours?
Yeah,
That's not what they said.
That's only 3 hours. That doesn't look like that should be long. Short.
Hold on, they said right here it was less than 2 hours into its journey when it made the U-turn back. So these people are dumb, but I don't expect the passengers to know what the hell they're saying.
Maybe they boarded the flight and it took the whole ordeal took 3 hours, or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it started at 2 hours and they made the decision to turn around at 3 hours. They automatically don't turn around. They got to get permission to turn around. So maybe it took half hour or so, because it took 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, so maybe that's
I'm just gonna go with the person being dumb.
okay. Around, and they don't know. So okay.
Yeah, this is the passenger. I don't
Yeah.
really expect them to know. This is posting on social media. It's like 3 fucking hours. Everybody rounds up.
And you're
Think about it.
freaking out. Yeah,
If you ever have a problem, you always
Yeah.
round up.
it's a fish story.
It's-
The fish was this
You
big.
know. Another passenger posted that the woman quote, went loopy and banged on the cockpit door because she thought someone stole her phone. Okay, there we go. That's the situation. That phone.
Oh yeah, that's so. But
Was it in her
freaking-
hand the whole time?
Yeah.
You ever done that? Where
No,
can't find your
yeah,
phone?
I have. Yeah, I'm not.
and you turn the light on the phone
Yeah,
to help look
and
for
they're
it?
like, oh, okay, but yeah, so, but that's
So she went up and down the aisle and started spitting on people, as you do when you're looking for a phone.
Yeah, so I
Wait,
wonder where it
no,
was.
you-
Just probably fell behind her seat or something. But yeah, that you don't do that. That's kind of absurd, I believe. But
Apparently, the dude who got his glasses smashed he made a comment. So
he's fine. Right?
but,
Is he fine?
if someone's going crazy, you don't want to poke them.
Yeah. So,
You get your glasses smashed. Just saying this.
yeah. Yeah.
No.
No.
When it became apparent, she couldn't
I don't
come
know what
down. They had
happened
to
in
return.
Australia. I wonder what's gonna happen to her. But
Wait, is she getting slapped?
no, I don't know. Or that's her. Maybe that kind of looks like it.
Another woman grabbed the disturbed passenger by the face and tried to pull her away. Oh, okay, that's her face getting grabbed.
Well, you're gonna act
Alright.
crazy in the sky. People are gonna defend themselves. Like.
So they were going back to get help from Australia Federal Police. That makes sense.
Okay.
It's not airline can't do shit. They got to bring in the cops.
Yeah, and she's probably gonna get charged for a big crime because she assaulted somebody
Probably.
and she tried to break into the cockpit. And regardless of what you're saying, bashing not you, but in general, people are like, "Oh, Bash, she's not trying to break
Oh, we
in."
don't have anything more.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know that picture is that old guy there, but
Sometimes
yeah.
you gotta scroll down. That is a mouth trick that alleviates sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Apparently, just put something over your mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily
So,
trust that.
all
But
right.
yeah, it's they rescheduled the flight for Tuesday morning, so I guess everybody
That's
just had to
just
wait.
5 days.
Yeah.
That's your vacation. Like you
Wait, what
take
about 5 days?
because that's like when did this happen?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this happened yesterday.
It said they were unable to continue flying Monday, so I
Oh,
assumed
so it
it
was
was
just
the
an old.
next morning.
Okay, this is just a story we missed.
Um,
I guess. My bad. I
well,
thought.
sometimes the info doesn't travel fast enough to
Yeah.
like this. Did this say when the flight
Go back
was?
up right at the time. Monday. It says Monday. March
March
18th. Yeah.
18.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just getting to this one a little
Yeah.
late, but it's
Our
okay.
bad. Yeah. It
You
happens.
know, better late than never, we always say. So, hey, if you see somebody with the crazy eyes on the plane, don't make comments.
Yeah.
Just, alert
Like, hey,
the flight attendant. Hope they
where's
turn
my
their plane
phone?
around
I
and
don't know, but
you
here, you
get to
get on
leave the
my
next
phone.
day.
You get on my phone, ma'am. Here. The
If
password's
you
one, two,
have
three,
her
four.
phone, give it back.
She probably had it. She
It's
probably
not a
dropped
funny.
it.
It's not funny anymore. Just give it back.
I'm guessing she probably did that thing where she lost it, and that's about it. So
Yeah,
okay.
it's. She probably forgot to pick it up when she went through. They make you take all your stuff out and put them in those bins.
Or she fell. Or she fell asleep because there's no way she went 3 hours without her phone.
Hey, Heckles, how's it going?
Um.
We have a YouTube live going tonight.
Yeah, we're
It's
expanding.
a new thing we're trying. We've got a link there in the comments.
But yeah.
We think it's working. It seems like it's working.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I
Yeah.
think we're just about done with this first story. We had another crazy airline story. There's a passenger from hell this time in Australia.
Okay. Well, what's next on the agenda there?
Okay, let's take a look. You got it?
Sure. CNN. If I'm CNN, it's like staring at demons. Meet a man who lives with a disturbing condition.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of this medical thing?
I don't know what it is.
Seeing demons?
No.
So
No.
when we see people like on the left, this is the way
Yeah.
they see it, like a demon. They literally see demons. Anyway, apparently.
That's
So,
weird,
59-year-old Victor Shara. The terrifying symptoms began on a winter day in Nashville. I just woke up, was sitting on the couch watching TV with my roommates, came into the room, and looking at him, I'm like, what am I seeing? Then his girlfriend walked in, and her face was the same.
Okay.
Each of the once familiar faces had a grotesque grimace, elongated eyes, and deeply etched scars. When turned to the side, pointy ears suddenly appeared, he said, much like those of Spock from Star Trek.
The day before that winter day in Nashville, did he take some acid or something? Like, is this?
Maybe it's called a grim.
It's called a Grim Reaper. Oh, it's from a TV show. I'm not sure what TV show that is. Okay.
So, anyways, he tried to explain it to his roommates. They thought he was nuts. I said, it's like staring at demons. Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly everybody in the world looks like a creature in a horror movie.
He's saying it's a show called Grim. Okay, I never heard
of it.
Okay,
all right. Well, this is a real condition, apparently. It's a rare condition called Prosopometamorphopsia. Or do you want to try it?
Prosopometamorphopsia.
Metamorphopsia.
Yeah, that.
Prosopometamorphopsia.
I'm going to stick with PMO.
PMO.
Yeah, PMO. That's what I'm going to say. So, that's not funny. We shouldn't make fun of other people's conditions.
So apparently objects in other parts of a person's body typically remain undisturbed. So it really is just like people's faces specifically.
That's kind of weird. That would kind of suck, I guess. Eh? You look at people, they're smiling, and you just think it's a friggin' alien.
Yeah. So this guy Shara actually went ahead and made 2D pictures of the way he sees stuff. I guess that's how we have these weird pictures on this article here.
Huh.
Oh, here's another one.
Like, okay. Oh, that's his friend. Weird.
It's a goblin.
Yeah. Well, she still kind of looks like a nice one. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a friendly goblin, but still, like, imagine having this.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Everyone's a goblin.
Now, was he like now? I don't know. Is this like
So, face blindness? Have you heard of that one?
No.
Apparently, Brad Pitt has face blindness.
Okay.
I didn't know
So
that.
you can't do what's face blindness? Is that where you can't tell people? You can't. You have a hard time telling people apart.
Let's see.
Yeah, so you can't recognize people. That's it. Okay, like
Sure. Yeah, I don't. What?
it's,
I clicked this.
yeah.
You know, I shouldn't
This,
click things.
don't click things on CNN for sure.
Yeah.
But that's what it sounds like. So
So apparently, 1 in 50 people have face blindness. That seems kind of common, doesn't it? You got like a 2% chance to get that.
um,
I didn't know that.
so
All right, but with PMO, you will still recognize people. They'll just look like goblins.
Okay, well that's I don't know what's worse. I guess so
Yeah.
recognizing people is still pretty good. That's weird. So
Oh, you sometimes see your own face distorted.
because that would be kind of freaky. You know, like
While standing in front of the mirror, saw one eye popping out of its socket and slithering down the cheek.
yeah, that's like a nightmare. That'd be kind of freaky.
Are there medications that can just shut this off, or
Well, no,
are you just
probably
screwed?
not. How can you shut that up? It's
I don't know.
It's clearly a brain condition. Like it has to be something. Like it has to be something. Like
After a tumor was removed from the left side of his brain, one patient described the right side of his doctor's face in which the eye became a ghastly staring hole, cheekbone a cavity. He had teeth on the upper lip, often had 2 ears.
I don't know what that means, but
That's
yeah, that's
after you had the tumor removed. That happened. That would suck. You know, you get the tumor gone, you think you're better.
yeah.
Oh, others have seen faces morph into dragons or fish heads. That'd be. Women who saw dragons began seeing them as a child. So there are developmental cases of PMO in which people grow up with the condition and don't know the faces are supposed to look different. So there's a lady out there who literally just thinks we all look like dragons.
Yeah, imagine she saw
And was
that.
probably really confused when the Game of Thrones things was going on.
Yeah, she was like, yeah. Hey.
She's like, why is that the mother of dragons? Everyone looks like a dragon. What's her? I mean, what?
Huh.
They all look, what, you know?
That's bizarre. Like your brain.
Only
your brain's
81
very
cases
powerful.
exist in published literature.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I wonder if this is. But see, again, like if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Like, yeah, you
They
might
started a
hear about
website.
this. But again, how would you know? Like, you're like, okay, that looks normal to me, right? They're like, oh, well, it looks normal to me, so.
Yeah, there's a whole website for people. If you're one of the
But that's
80 people
pretty strange.
who have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of weird. Never heard of it.
Yeah, very, very bizarre.
Apparently, you could develop PMO after a brain injury, a tumor, or infection, or
So,
seizures.
That guy unfortunately must have had something happen where he hit his head or something happened, and
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's probably a story behind all the cases.
Yeah. Well, one chick, she said she was born with it, so.
But yeah, this article goes quite a bit on to tell a lot of people telling their individual stories about it.
Treatment.
This is what I was wondering. Like, can you turn it off? Shiraz working closely with Kane and Mello at the Dartmouth lab, helping test various interventions to ease or reverse symptoms. So no, right now there's nothing, and they're trying to find something.
They got to figure out what's like. They don't really. They have many conditions, but what exactly causes it? Okay, yeah, brain injury, but what?
Yeah. Apparently, they've been playing around with just using different colored lenses, and that's having some success.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, would you rather see people as a dragon or see people as blue?
Now, maybe is it your eye? Maybe it's just what your eyes see, not your brain. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I'm not a doctor though, so I can't. That's just be weird. Like, I guess then if you never knew, just found out that people that what you thought you look like don't actually. I guess they would look like that to you, so it doesn't matter. Like.
So apparently, Shara is able to not see the distortions on 2D images.
Okay, so.
Can they make glasses where everything is 2D?
I'm sure they can.
I think maybe, yeah. All you'd have to do is have a camera, and then your eyes are just being projected that camera's result, which the camera could be changed from 3D to 2D. Okay, got stuff for that.
Yeah,
What
there's
technology
Google
do
Glasses.
this shit. You know,
Huh. Well,
I almost had myself committed to a mental hospital, and one of the people who reached out to Dartmouth was institutionalized for psychosis. How many other people are institutionalized and being put on antipsychotics when they're not psychotic?
yeah.
That's a fair question.
I guess
Because if
they,
you had this, you would think you're crazy. Like you just
yeah.
right.
Especially as like I see everyone looks like aliens. They look like aliens. Like that guy is messed up.
Right, and
What
nobody's
kind
gonna
of drugs?
believe you
What kind of drug
because
is he
you're
on?
gonna
Right.
you
So,
sound crazy,
yeah.
you know, and it's so rare. Like, but apparently, if you do
Or
have
he'll
it, don't
take
get
pictures,
yourself committed.
Polaroid
There's a
pictures.
website here.
He'll take a camera and take a picture of you so you can see in 2D. I'm like, oh.
I mean,
There's a movie. I forget what is it called. It's from the 80s. A guy puts on sunglasses and he sees he sees villains when he puts the sunglasses on. 1 second.
villains. Like he looks at people and knows if they're bad people, or what do you mean villain?
They Live. It's called They Live.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a 1988 movie, and the guy uses sunglasses. You can pull it up just for the heck of it, because this has nothing. This, I guess, is kind of the reverse of it. The sunglasses we're talking about. It's actually a pretty good movie. I recommend it. It's actually really good. But yeah, the guy puts the
Starring
sunglasses
Roddy
on.
Piper. That's the wrestler, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, he puts the sunglasses on, and he sees evil, and evil's all around us, and he doesn't realize that evil's all around us.
And at the end, he realizes that seeing is bad and destroys the glasses.
Or maybe you have to watch and find out. Are you gonna pull it up or?
No. What would I pull up?
The movie, just so they live.
What do you mean pull up the movie?
I'm just gonna say show it, but the cover at least, but it's all good. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, here, let's show the Wikipedia.
Because the picture shows exactly what I mean, right? Like that's what I mean. The picture there, right? Like.
Well, no, it looks weird. It's like a robot skeleton.
Well, how do we know people don't? Some people might see that, like.
Close up of a man's face. The man is wearing sunglasses, and the face of a skull-like alien is reflected in one of the.
Yeah.
So he could see the alien.
Yeah. So it's a reverse.
They're not bad people. They're aliens.
Yeah. Well, they might not be good. They're pretending to be human. But yeah, let's move on to the next story here.
All right, we got some sad news for anybody out there who was following this relationship, which was neither of us, probably.
Take it away.
CNN brings us this one, which is weird. This is CNN business. This relates to business. Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire severs ties with Candace Owens after her embrace of anti-Semitic rhetoric.
Huh.
Oh, no. Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens are breaking up.
Well, they've been arguing a little bit more and more.
They have been. So I guess this has been kind of coming.
So,
they've been.
Yeah. They've been having fights quite a bit lately.
Yeah, but they all kind of thought she was going to forgive him and, like, and then he was going to take her back.
Like, I listen to a few of the podcasts that are friends with both her and Ben Shapiro, and it's like,
can you guys just not fight?
Yeah, but I'm not too sure exactly.
It's too late. It's out of the bag. She's
gone. She's no more longer.
Yeah. They said no more. You're too anti-Semitic for us. They said. All right, the Daily Wire, the right-wing media outlet co-founded by Ben Shapiro, said Friday that it had severed ties with Candace Owens, the far-right commentator who has ignited a torrent of backlash in recent months for her repeated embrace of anti-Semitic rhetoric.
I don't watch
I could believe she did that. I could believe she did some anti-Semiticness.
Much, so I don't know.
I've never really watched her, so just some fun clips. Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. Jeremy Boring, the chief executive of Daily Wire, said in a statement posted online. Yeah, he's the guy who's actually in charge of Daily Wire. I've seen a couple videos about this guy. He's also the one behind making the Daily Wire movies.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah, they're trying to make movies, which is weird because they don't really have any of the actors with talent or crew with talent. But they're still trying.
You don't need any famous actors. Come on.
They actually put Ben and Candace both in their movies. They're not trying hard to find talent. They're just like, oh, you work here, you're in the movie. Literally,
okay.
you work here, you're in the movie.
So let's.
So yeah, Candace Owens confirmed the news on her post, writing, "The rumors are true. I am finally free."
Yeah.
So they were keeping her captive.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
actually, yeah, she was like, she was in
She's
contract,
free.
right?
This
So,
is literal modern day slavery that Shapiro and Boring were doing, according to Candace. She's free, which is great. Freedom is good.
Well, I'm free from my contract.
We like freedom. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, that's. But yeah, I think I haven't seen here anything she said or any like. I knew there's a few issues, but nothing really big. I don't know what she said or what she was saying.
Right. So I guess this is what broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back. Since the October 7 Hamas terror attack on Israel, Owens has repeatedly waded into anti-Semitic waters as she fiercely criticized Israel, suggesting the Jewish government was committing genocide in Gaza and claiming there is a sinister small ring of Jewish people in Hollywood and Washington, D.C. involved in something quite sinister.
Okay, so she's just blabbing shit out about, yeah. Not shit
Well,
out.
I mean, I was with her in the
like,
first half.
yeah,
I don't
but,
know where she
she's blabbing,
went
like,
with
she's just
that.
saying
I was
stuff,
like, yeah,
yeah.
I'm with you. Genocide. We've been saying that.
Yeah.
Wait, small ring of whoa. This is like old school anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
Like
huh.
the Jews run Hollywood, which runs the world. That one.
Well, she is good friends with Kanye West, so you know, I don't know.
Well, Kanye just went full on. I like Hitler. Actually, he's
Yeah,
cool.
so
That was how he decided to do his moment of. I don't.
but yeah, that's
Ben Shapiro is Jewish, which I already knew about that. I don't know if you did.
yeah, I do that for sure.
He called Owens out for her disgraceful rhetoric, blasting faux sophistication on the topic. Without directly naming Shapiro, Owens responded that one cannot serve both God and money. A lot of people do it though.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Copeland guy, he's got a lot of money. He says God a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know about serving.
So yeah,
Shapiro hit back. Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit.
Huh.
Whoa.
I was in the interview with Tucker Carlson. Oh, she won an interview with Tucker Carlson.
Maybe they'll replace her slot with Tucker. Yeah.
No, she just won.
Was that attack Shapiro in an interview with Tucker?
Yeah, so that's probably not gonna happen now.
Accusing him of ad hominem attack.
She's gonna be Trump's VP.
So Candace went out there and liked a post that a user on X accused a rabbi of being drunk on Christian blood. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm drunk on Christian blood. I couldn't tell.
It's a rabbi, which is a Jewish person.
Yeah.
Drunk on Christian blood.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
So I guess the Jewish community doesn't like her. The Anti-Defamation League doesn't like her now. All of her buddies don't like her now, even though they also are. I don't know. Start her own network.
No, she's gonna become VP.
She says
VP.
Their attacks will have the opposite desired effect. Awakened world.
What do you think of that, Dustin?
VP?
Yeah.
Candace VP?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Trump.
I can see Trump doing that.
Trump, Candace, you know.
Trump is gonna pick something crazy, one way or the other. And honestly, if
a black female
Biden picks Kamala, why not counter with
exactly
Candace?
right? They're like, hey, come on, it's like then what would you do? They're like, oh, they can't it's like the same thing, like an old man and a woman.
Yeah, and an old man and a black woman. Which one do you want to elect?
But yeah,
they're all terrible people.
Yeah.
Which ones do you want?
Yeah. So,
and yeah, it says she's a supporter of Trump. I truly believe that Donald Trump isn't just the leader of the free world, but the savior of this one.
So,
probably not. That's not. You can't. The president doesn't have that power. Save the world. Crazy.
Okay.
Also, aren't we supposed to be America first? What is this world business?
Yeah.
Isn't that
America
the Democrats thing? Is she a Democrat now?
No.
Because they're the ones that want to do the world stuff.
Free
You
world.
know, the world police, right?
Last month, she was photographed Trump at a UFC event. I didn't know Trump was there last month.
It's fight night.
Huh.
Fighters only.
Yeah.
So wait, what do you mean fighters only? She's not a fighter. Trump's not a fighter.
So,
what does that mean?
So,
Matt Walsh, another extremist commentator employed by Daily Wire has demonized gay and transgender people on his program. Why are they including that at the very end here?
So,
like
just
that's
to
how
get
they end the article
just to
too.
get the
like-
jobs, and they're like, we haven't sent enough people yet. This guy sucks too. You know, like.
Yeah, by the way,
Everyone is
Matt
like,
Walsh.
yeah.
Which, by the way, Matt Walsh does suck.
Yeah,
Like,
but like that's
really,
a
really
that's a
bad.
sucker punch though from CNN.
Yeah, like that's out of
They're just
nowhere.
like,
I thought we were
yeah.
talking about the breakup,
So,
which I don't think they went into like where's she going from here because she's got to have a plan, right? Or is she going to become a Democrat? Maybe that is the plan.
She's become Republican VP.
Or yeah, Republican VP. But I don't know. She's pissing off too many Republican people.
Well, but that doesn't mean
The Daily Wire is these are conservative media outlets. You can't piss them off. It's like Joe Biden pissing off CNN. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, well,
He
does, but
when
he gets forgiven quite a bit.
well,
So.
by appearing on TV.
Yeah. So
God
he
damn
just
it,
gets
he's out there
forgiven,
again. Well, she'd stop appearing.
Okay, well,
He needs to do the basement campaign. I think it's the when.
Well,
but this is a good segue into our next story.
That's
actually,
pretty good facts, From okay.
I don't know that any of that last story was facts. Other than she just no longer with Daily Wire, I guess.
Ben Shapiro made it to number 16 on the.
Oh, you were talking about that song.
Facts,
okay, I see. I didn't
take some notes. I don't know the rest of the words, but his part was pretty catchy. I'm not gonna lie. From NBC News, Trump's social media company will go public and merge. That could net the cash-strapped ex-president $3 billion. So yeah. We didn't even talk about it, but he was apparently a little short on cash, and it wasn't gonna be able to pay his
a little. How much is a little?
Well,
like a couple thousand.
Yeah, so
$20 bucks. About $20 bucks.
He was a little short.
$454.
Yeah. So. So yeah.
454 million.
The vote comes about 2.5 years after the digital world. It became I guess 2.5 years since Truth Social became a thing. Weird. Huh.
Well, no. Trump Media and Technology Group is who owns Truth Social. Okay. Digital World Acquisitions Corp is the other entity.
Merger.
A merger is when two companies get together and have a baby.
Yeah.
And then because they love each other, and then that baby goes on to just take the funds from one and bankrupt the other. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna do that, but
so yeah. So he.
So this one, I don't know what they owned. DWAC. I have no idea what they own. But this says the private firm that owns Truth Social. That's the Trump Media and Technology Group, TM and TG.
So yeah, that's
most of them are.
To be fair, I think he was working on this well before all this stuff came around anyway. So it wasn't like just a short thing out anywhere. He's been planning this for a long, long time. It just happened to work out in his favor right now.
Well, yeah, this says 2.5 years they've been trying to do this, which probably has been going on for even longer than that.
Yeah.
All right, so shareholders in Digital World Acquisition Corp voted Friday to approve a merger with Donald Trump's social media company, a deal that could net the former president an eventual windfall worth $3 billion or more.
Yeah.
He's not literally getting cash.
No, but now he's still going to be able to get. He's definitely going to be able to get somebody to give him some money now, so he can pay his pay his legal bills.
Well, maybe.
And he also said he had before this even happened. He
said he had $500 million, but like if he had that, why did he let the interest build up so much?
Because he was fighting it, I think, and then it didn't go through.
Well, no, they said pay this amount to do the appeal.
Yeah.
So like it was $350 million. He let it build up to $450 million.
Yeah.
That's an extra $100 million he didn't need to let happen. If he had $500 million, I think the answer is he didn't have the $500 million, which is what we were reading. Everything was saying, no, he doesn't actually have it.
Yeah. Well.
And now he might, except when is he going to get them?
But that's the thing, though. Like now he can go to a place and be like, hey, can you lend me some money? Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
I mean,
sure.
if I were a bank, I wouldn't lend somebody money who is currently being litigated for doing bank fraud.
But see, that's the thing, though. Bank fraud. The banks gave him the money.
No, he inflated the assets when he was just talking with the bank. So if I'm a bank, I don't deal with this guy till that court's done.
But the banks, even
finish your litigation. I'm not loaning you a penny.
But the banks didn't make money off him, so they're like, they'll make money again.
They can make money off anybody. They don't need him.
Well,
he needs them.
Yeah.
He needs them. They don't need him. They have the power to say no.
We will see, though. Risk. We will find out.
They do risk based investments.
Yeah.
And the odds of a bankruptcy from a Donald Trump are incredibly high even before this happened.
Yeah, but
Even before it was a court-ordered
see,
settlement, I would have been hesitant to loan him $500
I'm
million.
still sure someone's gonna cough it over. We'll find out, but and I think he can.
No. Well, no, I thought you were saying he would use this money.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna use that money as leverage to borrow money.
Why not just use this? It's $3 billion.
Because he doesn't get that Monday.
It's not even all of it.
He has to pay it. He doesn't get that Monday.
Well, if he doesn't get it, then he's got more interest to pay then, right? Well, so what do you do?
And there's in the rules where I know you can get there's ways around it, but you usually can't sell shares right after a merge.
No, and if we continued on, there's all that verbiage in here. That's what I was gonna say. Like this $3 billion is not going towards that unless he wants 6 more months of interest, which is, I don't know, like another 100 million, literally. Like, do you really want it to be another 100 million? Also, does he get it back afterwards, or is it just gone? I don't know. How does that work? You just keep it. Like, if you pay that to do the appeal and lose the appeal,
that's the thing, though. Like, I'm not sure.
How does this work?
Right. So, yeah.
So, anyways, where is it here? And yeah, this article talks about the $454 million thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So shares in the newly combined company, which is going to be known as Trump Media, which I guess he won the naming, could begin to be publicly traded next week under the stock symbol DJT, Trump's initial. Could begin. Yeah. That's not necessarily sure, but possibly. The casino and hotel company also traded under that same ticker. So I guess if you look back in the history of that ticker, it's going to be a little weird. Because you'll see those, especially if you do inception to date kind of stuff, or 10 years or 20 years.
Yeah, I guess,
So the price of shares in Digital World Acquisitions Corp closed down 13% Friday after the shell company shareholders approved a merger.
Which makes sense.
Wait, no, we're just literally openly calling it a shell company? Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
You've never heard that term before?
I have not, no.
It's not a real company. They don't do anything. A shell company, an inactive company used as a vehicle for various financial maneuvers or kept dormant for future use in some other capacity.
Well,
it's not a real company.
Huh.
It's a fucking place to hide your money. This is a money hiding place. There's rich people hiding their money here. And now they're merging with a real thing so that it's like, I don't know, maybe you don't notice.
Huh.
This is shady as shit.
Well,
this is.
Yeah,
what happens when they loan him $1 billion and he dies before he could pay it back? Hey, that's a good point. Would you risk somebody who's over 80 years old money?
Well, I'm sure Junior has to sign for the loan.
No, I mean,
right?
like, let's say you have an old guy neighbor, like an 80-year-old. Yeah. Would you give him $20?
Well, that's good.
Would you expect to ever get that $20 back?
Probably not. I don't even care. If
You'd be like, that $20 is gone.
If the guy needs $20 for food, I'm gonna give him some $20 for food. Whether
that money's gone. You know you're never getting it back.
Yeah, well, it's not the point to get the money back in that case. So that's a bad question.
I mean, you're never gonna die. I don't know. I think that is part of their usual calculation for lending. Especially if you're getting it on a mortgage or 5, 10, 20-year repayment plan. You don't give an 85-year-old a 20-year plan. That makes no sense because people don't live to 105. And banks use actuarial tables to estimate when you'll die. And you're not special just because you're Donald Trump. You still get the age plugged in.
Both candidates are past the age of, like, the average.
Joe Biden's not trying to get $450 million.
Yeah, I'm just saying both candidates are past the age of the average American who dies, because it's like 73 for men and 76 for women, right? So both of them are
average age American males die. It's like 77. 73.
73 years old. Yeah. So
they're literally already past their expected age of living. Yeah. They're not supposed to be alive now. Every day they're alive is a day that should, like, whoa, holy shit. They're both alive still, huh?
So, yeah, for sure.
So apparently there have been several lawsuits filed over the merger's terms. That didn't stop them from voting. But there's people trying to say that this is shady and trying to do some lawsuits. So we'll see how this happens. People are trying to litigate this weird deal. So Trump would get 80 million shares in the merged company. Now, the estimate of 3 billion, I think they're using 80 million shares times the DWAC's current price.
Okay, what is...
Which wouldn't necessarily be the merged company's price.
Yeah.
Because obviously your price is supposed to be based on something, or at least that's what they tried to tell us during the GameStop saga, is that it should be based on something. Although apparently DWAC was out there trading publicly as a shell company doing nothing, making no product, paying no people, having no employees, just existing. With one person's name on the documentation.
Millionaires, billionaires.
Why can
rich,
that
so.
trade? Why can that publicly trade? That makes no sense. It's so openly corrupt.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So yeah, 3 billion is questionable, but also there was one other thing in here. It's supposed to mention how long he's supposed to wait. Trump will be barred from selling shares in the merged company for at least 6 months.
Now, I know there's ways around that. They can vote to let him There's a way to vote, I believe.
Yeah.
So they can make
it is possible that the board of directors could vote to allow Trump to sell shares earlier than that. And the board could be stocked with people close to Trump.
Yeah.
Apparently including his son and former wrestling company executive Linda McMahon.
Oh, look at that.
So, why did they pull her name out?
Vince McMahon's going to jail, so Linda McMahon is around still.
She tried to run for office and failed horribly.
Oh, yeah? So.
Yeah. Because she basically ran on a I'm only going to help businesses plan. And it turns out voters don't like that. The I'm only going to help businesses politicians suck.
Okay. Well.
Oh, you hate people and love companies? You never get a vote. Also, Robert Lighthizer? Who's this?
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a cool name.
I don't know. He's Lighthizer.
Yeah.
According to a list of planned nominees. Oh, so she's literally is gonna be one of them, I guess. Which, yeah, I mean, they'll probably let him do it, right?
Yeah. Well, why not?
He needs the money not only for that lawsuit, but for the campaign, right?
He's gonna be. That's why he needs to get a good VP, because he won't be able to campaign. He's too busy in court. He's gonna need a good VP to be out there campaigning for him.
Oh yeah, true social media post on Friday. I currently have almost 500 million in cash.
Yeah. So
I keep it in a shoebox in Mar-a-Lago next to the documents I didn't have or did. Put money there too.
Okay. So
he should have just said that the government seized like his money was in those boxes too. Like when they took all those boxes, they took his money. He should have just said that.
I had 5 billion in those boxes. What?
I had a lot of money in there.
Isn't it against a lot of store money like that, like cash?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's the thing. You're not allowed to hoard cash.
Well. Is it illegal to have a big pile of cash? Yes, it is legal, but it is suspicious. No, this is according to Quora, so who knows?
Okay. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it was a rule. Was it?
Where do millionaires keep their money? Are they just going to tell me right on the internet where they keep their money? Is it illegal to have too much cash? By popular misconception under U.S. law, there is no legal sum of cash. There is no legal penalty for holding any sum of cash. Yeah, but they will seize it if you do a crime. They're taking it, even if the crime has nothing to do with the money. They'll be like, it might be though.
Yeah,
civil forfeiture. Take it.
Okay.
And Biden doesn't need a loan.
No.
At least not yet. I think they're doing pretty good, aren't they?
Or does it say Biden doesn't need a loan?
No, Jay's did.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't think they would give Biden a loan either because, he's officially supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been pronounced yet. Okay, well, I mean, this may be a windfall for him, but it's going to be a little late. So I guess it's a good thing he has 500 million in cash.
Okay.
So he'll be able to take on his appeal. Then he'll get 3 billion. Then he'll win the appeal, get his 500 million back. Then he'll win the presidency. Then his wife left sex with him again.
To be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
What happened to Melania?
She's around. So,
Where?
um, things and places, you know. So
All
she'll be
right.
VP. She'll be VP. So
He could do that too, actually.
no,
That
because
would be a
she
first.
can't. No, she can't. She's not American.
Oh, wait.
Not a
Yeah.
born national born American. My bad. Sorry. Let me get my
Natural.
term correct. Yeah.
All right. This next one is from Fox 59.
Yeah.
I guess that's the local station for Indianapolis.
It was a most current one. I heard about
Maybe.
this, and we wanted to find it, so I figured I'd get the
Yeah.
closest one.
Oh, this is the
But yeah,
follow up. Okay, we got a
yes,
follow up story here.
yeah.
White former officers get sentences of 10 to 40 years in torture of 2 black men in Mississippi.
So
Okay, so we talked
oh,
about this Wednesday.
yeah, yeah. 6 officers beat the crap and tortured and raped apparently 2 black guys.
Yeah, they
Shot
broke
one
into
guy in
their
the
house
face.
and did
Oh
all
yeah.
this.
So anyway, they are excuse me. They're all going to jail. And the last 2 men got sentenced yesterday, and they were put in prison. And
Oh yeah. Here, this kind of breaks
yeah,
down what you're saying. The 6 officers pleaded guilty to breaking into a home without a warrant and torturing 2 black men in an hours-long attack that included beatings, repeated uses of stun guns, and assaults with a sex toy before one of the victims was shot in the mouth.
yeah.
Pretty
So,
fucked up story. And fortunately, in this case, we're seeing them go to jail.
and both the victims lived too.
Yeah, they did live,
Yeah.
which
They're both suffering horribly right now mentally, which is understandable.
right.
But yeah,
And I don't think we've seen anything about how that's going to be handled.
I'm sure now that this is over,
That comes after
they can
this.
do a civil suit, right? Sue the city and all that. Now that the crimes now that's been done, they should be able to do a civil suit against the city.
I think that is what it ends up being. Like the city will pay it out in a civil
Yeah.
suit.
So,
I don't know exactly how that works, but that usually is how these things work out. Is there will be a big payout for these guys eventually.
yeah.
It's just sometimes that's a long ways
Not
to
that
come.
that helps much, but money does help with little things. So yeah, the last 2 officers were charged. Yes, I mean convicted yesterday.
Yeah. Why is this article not talking about that specifically?
It's just going down. I think it says right down a little bit more. But yeah, right there. Brett, 53, who was the 4th highest ranking officer in the Rankin Sheriff's Office, received sentence of about 27 years on Thursday.
Okay, so yesterday,
Yeah.
that was one we were waiting to hear. 4th highest ranking officer. That's pretty
He
high.
offered an apology before he was sentenced, but did not like the victim as he spoke. Okay, yeah, this was all wrong. Okay, blah blah blah. He's a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. He wants sympathy. I don't give him sympathy for. I don't.
Well, I'm going to read it because he's not even just talking about himself. It's not how law enforcement should treat people. That's not looking for sympathy, and I agree. It's not how law enforcement should treat people. And to have a cop saying that is important.
I think he's going to jail.
He's sorry for being a part of something that made law enforcement look so bad. Well, it's kind of hard not to be a part of something that's going to look bad when you're a part of law enforcement. Like, little like duh for me there. You knowingly join a group of people who do something that's bad. They uphold morally abhorrent laws.
The only I guess one didn't. The only defendant who didn't receive a prison term at the top of the sentencing guidelines was Joshua, 32, a former Richland police officer who did not work in the sheriff's department with others, and was not a member of the Goon Squad. Okay, was he there? He was there. The last of the 6 officers sentenced over the 3 days. Over the 3 days this week, months after they all pled guilty. Right before. Oh, so he's getting 10 years. Looks like. Is he?
Yeah, they gave him 10 years.
Yeah.
So they said that he did not have a history of using excessive force and was roped into the brutal episode by one of the former deputies. So yeah, I mean that's why they gave him the lighter sentence.
Oh yeah.
They're saying that he failed to intervene, but it's 5 of them and 1 of him. There's no duty to stop 5 people from doing something. We're not.
Yeah, but
really saying that. Obviously, it in a more reasonable world, it would be 1 officer doing a bad thing and the other 5 officers saying stop. But even that doesn't happen. So like 1 against 5 is definitely not happening when we don't even see 5 against 1 happening.
So yeah.
And one video I saw an officer try to stand up to another one, and apparently it was a superior, so the superior literally started choking her. and nobody stopped the superior from just choking her.
Oh, yeah. That's not
And
cool.
she was trying to stop him from doing something illegal. Like, it was just stupid. So, a whole bunch of them just sit there and watch that sort of thing happen, even to one of their own.
Yeah, so there's other
So yeah,
sentences down below.
but yeah, this guy got 10 years, I guess. They're saying he wasn't part of the goon squad, which is what they named these guys because they have repeat offenses of doing this to people.
Then the next paragraph, it does say the other sentences. So Lee was who was sentenced to 20, he's 29.
Yeah, and we determined
years. Daniel's 28 was 17 and a half years. Hunter Edward was 31 and he's 17 and a half years. Jeffrey Middleton got 46. Actually, yes. Sorry, 20 years for.
You're terrible at reading this.
I mean, well, they do look at Lee's sentence. Look at how they did it. At first, they put age first, right? Leah. No, but
yeah.
look, they said Lee sentence 29. So he's 29 years old to 20 to 29 to 40. See, that's just so weird how that is. That is age 29 to 40 years, right? And then he's 28 to 17 and a half
Who the
years.
fuck cares how old they are?
Okay, but then on here. But look at this. No, so
like, that's not the important stuff.
Listen,
I would have just said Deadman, the guy who did the shooting, got 40 years.
Then all of a sudden they changed it.
The other
one's
Updike.
Then, but listen, all of a sudden they changed it to he gave about 20 years to Hunter, to 31. Like, why are they changing the years now?
Different sentence.
I know, but still, it's like 100. Okay, so Hunter got 31.
You're not forced to write the next sentence a certain way just because you wrote this sentence.
So. Okay,
this is somebody who has an English degree and wants to get fancy.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to repeat the way they say things. I don't know if you've ever written something, but I get into the habit of like starting every paragraph the same, and then I read it back and realize I did that.
But that's a small paragraph. That's one little paragraph. Just finish it. Like what?
Look, he expected you to read the he gave about 20 years before you read Hunter Elward 31. That's not his fault.
I was trying to quickly read
or
it.
her fault. Who is this?
It doesn't matter, bro. Michael. It isn't Michael.
Michael and Emily. There's two people here. Okay?
But like I'm trying to quickly go over
you're hurting their feelings.
So we can move on to the next freaking story. But now this is taking longer. So
this is not how people should treat each other.
That's okay. Is this it? Is that it? Is there anything else? They're done. Hopefully the guys get hope. The victims, I'm saying. And yeah.
Molded the men into the goons they became.
Yeah.
McAlpin.
So
wait. That's why they only listed 4 of them here. McAlpin is the ringleader?
I guess so. I don't know.
And that's the one that we said above. Yeah, Brett McAlpin, 4th highest ranking. So this is why I don't care how old they were. I care who they were. This is the leader, the gang ringleader. That being said, Deadman is the one who actually shot the gun. And that's why he's got 40. And why this guy got, what did they say? 27 years? They gave him 27 because he didn't shoot the gun. The shooting the gun is 40 years.
Yeah.
Everybody else got lower, 20, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and 10. Because they're not the leaders. Or in the 10-year case, he's not even a member. So I see how they did it here. This makes sense to me. They tried to dole it out based on how involved, how high up you were.
Alrighty.
What more could they possibly be saying? They're literally just going to go through the whole event again, which
because the one guy too, he actually, the one guy too, he was subject to a different incident months before that too. Remember, where he like beat up a white guy.
No bad mugshots.
Huh.
A green light, according to prosecutors, to use excessive force on parts of the body that wouldn't appear in a booking photo.
I don't know what that means.
Well, okay. I mean, have you ever heard of child abuse where you try to, like, don't leave bruises on the face kind of concept?
Okay, yeah.
The same thing. Officers abusing people in a way that won't show up. You won't see it because it's not going to be in the mugshot photo.
Oh, okay, yeah. So.
Yeah. It's literally the same concept as abusing children is where I equate it. Like, I can get away with this abuse, this violence. I can get away with it because it's under your t-shirt. It's under your jean.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Alrighty.
It's your sleeves should cover that up. You should wear long sleeves more often.
Yeah.
Kind of shit.
The sunglasses.
Fucked up shit. And that's how these officers operated with other adults. This is fucking evil incarnate. No bad mugshots. That's evil incarnate. There. That's use a phone book because it doesn't leave bruises kind of evil. Although I don't think is that even true though. The phone book thing.
I heard it, but I heard it was a thing.
Yeah,
And
I know
oddly
I've heard
enough,
of it too. But is that
we were
chat?
talking about
Does
it
it?
right the
Oh,
other
we
day.
got a lot of emotes in chat.
Yeah. It's
um,
not just me.
I don't know. It's a weird question, but Chad, is the phone book thing real?
um. Okay. Let's.
I've been scrolling this whole time. Okay, finally made it to the end.
That's it. Yeah.
God help Rankin County. God help us all.
Yeah, that's good. They all got the. They all gonna get
Jenkins
the time.
said he felt like a slave and was left to die like a dog. So yeah, we have all 6 officers now charged and booked and convicted. I assume they'll all try to appeal.
Maybe no.
'cause-
They all pled guilty. So.
Okay, so maybe not then, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
assume you shouldn't even get an appeal if you say you're guilty, right?
that would make no
Save us some
sense
time.
at all. Okay, from the National Post. That's a Canadian website for the record.
I was gonna say what
Yeah.
nation?
Secret RCMP report warns Canadians may revolt once they realize how broke they are. Yeah,
Like all Canadians, or just like those
well,
working for RCMP?
all Canadians are pretty broke right now. So, right from the get go, the report author warns that whatever Canada's current situation, it will probably deteriorate further in the next 5 years. Yeah.
How much longer does Trudeau have an office?
3 years, I believe, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's 2 years to
Yeah.
save it.
maybe 2 years. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, what's
See,
going
like
on
you're
here?
having some pretty strong words with the police. So
Police in
So-
downtown Ottawa near Parliament Hill. Protesters after weeks of demonstrations.
yeah. So
What are they? What are they
this was a
arguing?
COVID max the vaccine mandates and stuff, and
2022.
all the lockdowns they had for people who actually.
So not really related to this
No.
particular topic, which is how broke we are. That has nothing to do with COVID in my mind.
No, well, it did.
I mean,
'cause-
COVID caused a lot of these problems. This
Yeah, so,
inflation
but-
shit.
That's probably the best
There's-
picture they had. So
Yeah, and I mean the reason the whole world is experiencing inflation right now is the COVID
yeah.
pandemic caused it. Because our freaking distribution supply chain system was really poorly thought out. It wasn't thought out in a way that could be turned off and on for, health hazards. And it probably hasn't been updated either. So the next time it'll be the same.
You can take it away if you want.
But yeah, this is federal government that Canada may descend into civil unrest once citizens realize the hopelessness of their economic situation. So they're thinking civil war.
Well,
Now, if this is a secret report, why am I reading about it?
because there's no secrets get out.
What?
Secret? I got a secret.
True.
Yeah, I don't know who that
Do we
guy
want to
is.
hear what these
Yeah.
Canadians are saying?
Nah, I'm good. I hear Canadians all the time. So
He's a Columbus resident.
British Columbia. You mean Columbus?
Well, it just
That's-
says Columbus.
But then that's not in Canada. So
The coming period of recession will accelerate the decline in living standards, and the younger generations will already witness compared to earlier generations. For example, many Canadians under 35 are unlikely ever to be able to buy a place to live.
that's 100% true. 2 fun facts. Well, I'm not sure about fun, but the next generation will be the first generation in Canada's history to be broker than their parents. So in the long run, not just in general, but in the long run,
Yeah.
usually that. So next generation will be the first generation ever to be broker than their parents. And
It's not good.
a study came out today that in the 10 richest countries, Canada is the worst for healthcare. So yeah, but we have free healthcare, so cool. That's probably why it's the worst. But
Well, isn't it the availability of the healthcare that it's worst at?
It just said overall.
It's not the quality
Yeah,
of it,
it's
is it? I thought it was the access of it.
Maybe it's the access, but that's still.
Because you don't have shitty doctors, you just don't have enough doctors
Yeah, we
because
don't know. They're pretty shitty. They're pretty
You don't
shitty.
pay your doctors.
They're just like they want you in and out before, like you literally can go. You literally go. There's a note on the wall. It's like we can only deal with one issue at a time. So if you go in for
I feel that. I got that same problem.
yeah, if you go in for a broken arm and then you got the sniffles, they'll be like, what do you want to fix? Got to go sit. in
Which
the
one
waiting room.
first?
You got to go
You
back.
gotta go
to the
back in
waiting
line
room,
for the
right?
second
So,
one.
Yeah.
Which one you doing first?
Now I'd hope they wouldn't do that, but you never know. But yeah, so yeah, yeah. So the report labeled secret. I guess it's not that secret.
They wrote
To be
secret at the
distributed
top
out of
of
the
it.
RCMP among decision makers in the federal government. So yeah, it got leaked. Someone leaked it. That's
Mhm.
kind of cool. So
It says a redacted version was made
yeah.
public.
But yeah,
According to access of information request. So that's fine. You're supposed to be able to do that, like a Freedom of Information
we don't really have
Act.
that in
Way.
Canada though, but it's very hard to find
It
stuff.
says access to information request, so you could
Yeah,
do something.
but there's some stuff that it is pretty tough. It's hard to do.
But you got a
things.
redacted version, heavily redacted.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, it's true. Canadians are not doing pretty good right now. Like, yeah, we still got the lights on and we still got internet, but it's getting pretty bad. But I can't say how bad it is there. But it's on April 1st we have a increase in carbon tax, where gas is going up several cents per liter. Everything's going up by about 23%.
and also it says in addition to worsening living standards, the RCMP warns of a future increasingly defined by unpredictable weather and seasonal catastrophes such as wildfires and flooding.
Caused by
Most
global warming.
notably,
Oh,
our
no,
report
sorry.
authors warn of Canada facing increasing pressure to cede Arctic territory.
What?
Does it matter what's causing it? You do
No.
have more fires.
I know. I just.
Who the fuck cares if it's global
Because
warming? You have
they
more
put
fires.
that they always put that at the end of every article. Doo doo climate change. It's just like doo doo. I just
Look,
thought
they were
put that
nice
in there.
enough to say unpredictable
Yeah.
weather and seasonal catastrophes,
And there's always
so
been
that you
fires in
don't have
Canada.
to freak out.
Yeah,
They didn't
there's always
use
been
the
fires
bad
in- yeah.
words,
So,
but you do have more fires. We know
yeah,
that
we
here at the
do, yeah.
Banter.
Because we're the biggest
So let's not
country.
deny the more
We're the second
fires.
biggest country in the world. Of course,
Yes.
we're gonna have more fires.
So when the RCMP says in the future that fire problem's even worse,
Because they're probably
projecting
gonna
it to be
start
even
the
worse.
fires. Because they're probably the ones starting.
So you can't get a house and everything. More things are gonna be on fire.
Yeah.
This is double bad.
But that is
no
pretty
homes
sad.
and more fire.
Yeah, that is pretty sad.
That's the first two things the RCMP put in here. No homes, more fire.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
It didn't say
when
fire.
are you moving?
It doesn't say why. It doesn't say wildfire.
Do you have your passport?
I don't. So.
Have you made a list of places that Canadian passports are good for that you would like to visit?
I'm just coming across the
And
border
never
and
go back.
seeing. I'm coming across the American border and I'm gonna.
No, we have
see-
the tightest. We have border security.
It doesn't matter. I'll be like I'm.
You can't. We have security.
I'm here with a bag of meth to transport across the border. Let me in. And they'll be like, yes,
you have-
sir. Here's some gasoline money. Thank
That's
you.
a crime.
No, it's and the border patrol is a part of it. We all know that. Come on. So
They're also saying Canadians are going to become disillusioned with their government. They say that's because of all the misinformation, conspiracy theories, and paranoia going around.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation going on.
Oh, now it's sorry. No
illegal immigrants. Yep, get
Too
the
bad.
fuck out.
Too
You
bad.
better do it the right way.
I'm coming over. I'm voting for Donald J.
Dude,
Trump too.
You should go see what, like, if you can do it the right way, like, just for grins.
Yeah,
They'll send you some papers for free.
Yeah,
probably.
I gotta make sure Ro can come. So
yeah, get her papers too.
Yeah.
Law
Okay.
enforcement should expect continuing social and political polarization
goes.
fueled by misinformation campaigns and an increasing mistrust for all democratic institutions.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically it's a report telling people to give up hope.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they said that's what they've been saying forever. They're like, yeah, well, you know the good old saying, you'll be happy and you'll have nothing. You'll have nothing and you'll be happy. Isn't that it? You will have nothing and you will be happy.
That is the plan.
Eat your friggin' crickets and your friggin' mealworms and go to work.
Paranoid populism. Have you heard of paranoid populism?
No.
I haven't either, and they censored it, so we will never know that. It's capitalization on the rise of political polarization and conspiracy theories have been populists willing to tailor their message to appeal to extremists. That's the section's one non-redacted sentence.
But yeah, I don't know. Misinformation too. The media is full of misinformation. That's a
Canadian productivity is going downward.
Yeah, everything's going down. Like friggin' for for a dozen eggs, you're paying $6.50. You know, like come on.
So you're saying Canadians don't want to work?
There's just like Canadians are working more than ever. Canadians have to get 2 jobs. the president, the prime minister flexes that people are getting more jobs. That's because people need to work 2 jobs to get by. It's not that there's getting more jobs. It's people literally need to work
Well,
double the
look, this
minimum.
right here says
Yeah.
if Canada had nearly kept pace with U.S. productivity, you'd have got $5,500.
Yeah.
You know,
So
you just didn't do it good enough.
um
I guess you didn't work
yeah.
enough.
They
Also,
also fired a whole bunch of people for not taking a vaccine, and they also refused them to get the jobs, and they also shut down
that was
thousands of
like 3
businesses.
years ago. It's
Yes,
2024.
and
Buckle up,
it's
Bucko.
still
That shit's
rebuilt. It's
over.
still rebuilt. It's not over. They're still rebuilding. They finally
Who's building?
Who's
building?
like all the businesses that went out. They're all still going under. All these
Walmart's
businesses.
fine.
Walmart. But a little
Yeah.
mom and pop shop that was fighting with Walmart.
Nobody goes to mom and pops.
Yeah, not anymore.
They're not real.
So
They never did. Not since the 80s.
yeah, no, I did. I always
The
went to mom
mall
and pop
killed
shops,
those.
Yeah.
The mall killed those.
Yes, and
They've
in the
been dead for a
mall,
while.
and the mall's not anymore here.
And
but
then Walmart and
in the malls around
what was
my
the other one?
area, there were mom
Walmart and
pop
Dollar General
shops,
finished it off.
No, there's not
Walmart
here.
and
Maybe
Dollar
there,
General
but not
ensured
here.
there's no
Not here.
small market.
So, but yeah,
I mean, also Canadians aren't working anyways. You didn't keep pace with us at all. So like we are able to do this. This says.
yeah.
So you can't blame COVID. We had more COVID than you.
Or maybe that's because America's so bad that you guys have to work like 3 jobs to get by.
No, we bounced back. We built back better. We had a president that said, "Listen, what flavor of ice cream I like? I like vanilla.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip.
Mama Kelsey.
No, it's chocolate chip.
Chocolate
chip. Yeah.
I thought he was just stuttering.
I don't know. That's what it is. Chocolate chip.
Dollar General killing everything. Yes. Dollar General is designed to kill other businesses.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Let me know when you start seeing Dollar Generals in Canada.
We have the Dollar Tree. No, we don't. We have Dollar.
Oh, you already have it.
No, there's one. I forget what it's called. I don't go there. Dollar store. I think it's just called the Dollar Store. I think that's what it's called.
Look. This is an official worst ever level.
Yeah.
That's the official term. Worst ever.
So. Yeah, it is pretty bad. Housing's pretty horrible right
now. Only the richest 25% of Canadian households had any hope of obtaining a house.
Yeah, that's pretty sad because, before it would be pretty easy. Now it's impossible. And given another 10 years, it'll probably be worse.
Condos, only 44% of people could ever have a chance to get.
Yeah. Well, condos, it's crazy. A condo that's like literally the same, like 1/10 the size of my house is only selling for 50,000-60,000 less than what my house is worth, which is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everything is insane. It's broken.
Then I'm thinking, it's like, well, then shouldn't my house be more? Shouldn't, like, come on, but okay. Well, yeah, if you're in Canada, be safe. Get your own chickens.
The end of abundance is nigh.
Get your own chickens. We got to start growing our own foods. I have a friend, actually. I should talk to him. He does all his foods. He grows. He has inside his basement. He has a whole bunch of lights, and he grows all his own gardens. He has several different gardens, but he has several gardens with carrots.
Gardens come out of the ground.
Ground
comes out of the ground. It's an infinite combo. It's kind of broken.
No, he's got a good little setup, and it's pretty cool.
Are you thinking about getting a bunker?
No. But I'm also thinking about something. But alrighty, well.
I mean, you're the Canadian, so you're worried.
So I've been worried I've already been starving for 5 years. What's worse for another 5 and I'm dead? So. All right.
They're saying it's going to get worse somehow. Community gardens. That's left-wing hippie shit, Mike.
No, they're not.
Wait,
community.
You suggested community garden?
No, he was in his own basement.
That's communism, literally.
In your own basement.
Shit.
In your own basement. No community, in your own basement. With lights. The community gardens don't work out anyway because that one lady knows exactly what she's doing. And the day those freaking carrots are ready, she's out there pulling them out of the ground way before anybody else does. So.
And then they go in the community pantry, right?
No.
She takes them home?
Well, let's see what else. We have one more story.
Canada's fucked. Everybody's just taking the carrots.
Yeah. Well, we're starving. Come on.
All right, let's move on to better news.
All you on this one.
This is another Canada one, CTV News. But it's Canada talking about America. So, Southern California Police Department using Lego heads to protect suspects' identities.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, you heard that. You heard
Now,
that
like,
right.
is it a real Lego head that they just put on? Yeah.
Oh,
Help! So,
I'm white trash and I'm in
yeah.
trouble.
So yeah. Yeah. Um.
I mean, he looks like he's under arrest, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit. So,
All right. New
um,
law has one Southern California posting Lego heads instead of mugshots.
that's ridiculous. That's the dumbest shit I've ever
All
heard in my
right.
life.
So I
Yeah.
guess they legally have to do it this way.
Yeah, because they're
Uh,
protecting criminals now. That's
yeah. So it's a new
so.
state law implementing restrictions for law enforcement agencies on social media. The Marietta Police Department prides itself in its transparency with the community, but also honors everyone's rights and protections as afforded by law, even suspects.
So they
That's what you got to
post.
remember. Every mugshot is an innocent person
I
because they have
guess yeah.
not been
Yeah,
proven
you're
guilty
right.
yet. At
So
the time of the mugshot, every mugshot is an
okay.
innocent
Then
person,
now, okay,
right?
okay.
It's crazy to say that,
No,
but it's
you're
true.
no, you're right. Okay, I didn't think about it that way before. But then, do they remove the Lego
Yeah.
head afterwards? After they're found
It
guilty or
depends.
innocent?
If you're
Oh,
guilty, we remove the Lego head. If you're innocent, we don't.
do they?
Deal?
So yeah, no,
Well,
first
that
sure,
would be what I would
deal.
do. If you're
No,
found
one
guilty,
hundred
we remove the
percent,
Lego
right?
head.
So, and then you let the innocent people pick their
Well,
freaking.
no. Hold
You
on.
let the
If you
people
pay
pick their
bail, I
smiley
need to
face.
take it off. No, if you pay bail, I need the community to know you're in the community.
Yeah,
They need to be at least aware you're
yeah.
accused of a crime,
But
right?
again,
So I got to take it off if you do bail.
if you're accused of a crime, you still don't want to sit in jail until your court date. And if you're
Yeah, but
innocent,
the
it's
community
still
has a right to know that you're choosing not to sit in a safe place for the community.
maybe that's something we have to talk about. That's yeah.
Check out the banter on YouTube live using that link in chat.
Thank you, Jace. Yeah.
All right, so the bill, Assembly Bill 994, prohibits law enforcement from sharing identifying photos or mugshots of non-violent. Okay, so that's part of it. Crime suspects. So if you're a violent dude, they can still do whatever they
Okay.
want.
No, that's even better.
Uh,
Okay, non-violent. Like okay, like I
Now,
get that.
there's also special circumstances if they're tracking down the suspect. Yeah, manhunt, you need that for manhunt,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And
Yeah.
again, every manhunt, I think we can use that innocent thing for. You're at the time you're being manhunted, you're innocent because you haven't had your day in court.
But
I think.
well, no, because they're throwing a manhunt with a guy with a gun. They're not gonna put a guy like look for a guy with a Lego fucking.
A guy
head.
with a gun might be legally a guy with a gun. This
Yes,
is America.
But if
You know how many guys
if
with guns are here
but
and
she's
just
suspected
fine?
of shooting 5 people, they
You're
can't be
still
like
innocent until proven
yeah, they
guilty.
can't be like we want to talk to this guy with a Lego flipping head. But
Look, we're not saying you're super duper innocent. We're just saying you haven't been found guilty in a court of law, so you're innocent.
all right, but no, so okay until the is that what it's saying though? Until
Oh
the-
no. They're saying they have special circumstances.
Yeah.
If it's non-violent, they could just do it.
Okay.
So they're not even looking at
Yeah.
guilt or anything. They're just saying, is it a violent crime? Then you can post it. Is there special circumstances like you're trying to get to find a person? Then you
Yeah.
can do it. Like no, they're
So-
not doing it at all. Like I was saying. So when a law enforcement shares arrests for any crime on social media, they must use the name and pronouns given to them by the individual. They can use aliases of the suspect if it benefits public safety.
Huh.
Okay, but like if they're doing it tracking down the suspect, they won't have been given a name.
Yeah, well maybe they would. So
I mean, given to them by the individual. I mean, I doubt that I'm gonna go. My name's Dustin, he, him, and catch me if you can.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
so.
no, it's gonna be. I'm just gone. I'm not gonna say a goddamn word if I'm running from cops. But
Alright.
anyways, so they've got some carve outs that make sense though, right? And then, you know, the thing I was talking about with the your community being aware of it, that would be specifically violent crimes too. I don't give a shit to know who all's out there who you busted smoking weed. You don't
Yeah.
need to tell me. If you did bail for weed, don't even tell me. It's
Yeah.
I need to know if somebody's doing bail for murder.
Or
Let me know.
That
way I know how many bail people are out
or
here
their
who-
kids or something. Or,
Yeah, if you did
you know.
spousal abuse and you're on bail, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid you.
Oh
I'm
no.
not saying you did it. I'm saying I'm gonna avoid you.
I'm gonna sit at your house until you hear you.
Which
beat
is
your
my
wife
right
again.
as a citizen of this
Yeah.
community to
Yeah.
avoid people who are suspected of being bad members of the community. It's on me to do the avoiding, but it's on them to do the informing. The courts and stuff.
All right.
So that we can all be safe. But it's Canada, so we're not going to do that.
This is California.
Oh, right. The bill also requires agencies to delete photos of suspects from social media within 14 days of posting, no matter the crime.
Yeah.
So they don't.
Weird.
You can't leave anything hanging out there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really
There's a
understand that one.
there's
I
a
guess.
button on the side of your phone. On the button, if you just hold them both down, usually it'll take a screenshot. So just in case you want to save them,
Oh, you mean
screenshot.
before they delete
Yeah.
if they delete something off social media and you want to
Yeah.
save it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to get what you meant there. Like, yeah. So if you want to retain some info,
For sure.
they're not.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cancel culture.
Um.
True. It is.
Yeah. Why would I want to be known for my crime?
You can't have infamy. Well, at least not free infamy. You gotta post it yourself. So in order to share what's happening in Marietta, we chose to cover the faces of suspects to protect their identity while still aligning with the new law. So yes, they're not technically posting the person if they put the Lego head on there.
Yeah, there you go.
Which they can do for non-violent things and those other like non-carved out things they can do. Now I want to know if it's a Lego face, it's not a photo of a suspect.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't have the 14-day rule either for Lego heads.
Yeah, I guess so they
right?
can leave it up forever. Yeah, because that'd be taking
I
too
think
much.
Lego heads they're going to be allowed to retain, which obviously that's going to cause a buildup of nonsense in their page, and that'll be a two-edged sword probably.
But they don't want to go back every 14 days and delete something.
No, I know they don't. But like that's part of what keeps like the environment clean, the internet environment.
Well, come on, these pages aren't clean. Like Facebook has been around for how long? You can go back and look at every goddamn post you made and check it out. But except for me in Canada, because all the news stories I posted over the last 15 years, I can't see because Trudeau and Google had a fight, and yeah. So Trudeau and Facebook, sorry.
Yeah. Apparently, this isn't the first time they did it. Apparently, way back in 2022, they used a sad-faced emoji to cover up the face. So yeah, this has already been kind of a go-to play, I guess, to not worry about laws. Which I mean, if you don't see the person's face, you didn't show anything really, right? So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we have for today. Is it?
No.
No.
Remember you found that one extra?
Oh yeah.
Or I found that one extra, yeah.
Yeah.
From CBC. Which there it is, CBC. Yeah, you remember I found this one for you because you like the lottery and stuff.
Okay, you can finish.
This Michigan couple spotted a lucrative lottery loophole. Now we don't recommend gambling. Also, I just want to say this story is from a while ago.
Okay.
But it's too fun. This is from April 2023. But apparently you all missed it. So you lost your chance to make this money. That's also why we have to report late on it, just because otherwise you'd go out there and make this money.
Okay.
All right.
They made a movie about this. I already knew about it. Come on. So
they made a movie about this?
Yeah, they did.
Well, okay. How did they do it?
So,
how did they?
It's just like if they bought enough. I forget exactly. You just had to buy. The more you bought, the more odds you had to win. No. So, okay. What is this one? So.
It's we'll get into it here.
It is that. It is okay.
It's roll down. You didn't use the word that matters. The roll down.
I'm gonna remember the goddamn. I know.
This means that the $1 million winner doesn't have to be a 6-number match. It could be the 4 or 5-number match.
Yeah.
It's a special kind of lottery that makes it work. Basically, it's not just you buy enough and you win. Yeah, if you say it like that, I can go that to that.
See, and the movie's called Jerry and Marge Go Large. So
if you need to see a movie about this instead of.
It's actually a really well done movie, so I do recommend it. It's a really, really.
Who do they have as Jerry and Marge?
Let me get this here.
They got some big name actors, right?
Let me see. Bryan Cranston is Jerry.
All right, so we got Heisenberg.
Anita Bening is Marge. Yeah.
Who's Anita Bening?
Bening. Yeah, I don't know who she is, but yeah. That's probably the only 2 big names. But yeah, that's kind of cool, like this is a story they're talking about.
Yeah, so I guess if you want the short version, we're going to do the text version here, I guess. So spoiler alert for the movie. One day in 2003, Jerry walked into the store they used to own and noticed a marketing brochure for a new state lottery called Windfall. Yeah. He read it, and in less than 3 minutes, he spotted a loophole. Unlike other lotteries that keep building until there was a winner, once the windfall jackpot reached $5 million and no one had matched all 6 numbers to win, a roll down would happen. That meant the money rolled down and was split between winners who matched just 5, 4, or 3 numbers.
Okay, so
Right. So they could basically time when they would buy the tickets with when the roll downs happen.
okay, so
Right.
yeah,
Because basically the roll downs happen at when $5 million are sold. $5 million worth of tickets are sold, you roll down. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is, that's when it happens.
all right, so yeah, we have different
So,
lotteries here, but
So notice here they said store they owned. They owned a gas station.
yeah.
That's a big part of it. They kind of had an inside info on when the 5 million would be, or approximately
Well,
when it was
not
about to
really.
be.
There's signs everywhere telling you what the lottery's at, right? So
Yeah. Although it's a lot of craziness if you've ever looked at it.
like, and I guess here we only have
It's
here
like
now
flashing
now,
lights of a
now
casino
there's
when you go in there, how
apps,
many
but
different jackpots we have.
this is it. Like, look at the lotto here is $25 million for tonight, right? That's tonight's lotto. It's 25 million. Then tomorrow's is 18 million. So
Right, but those aren't roll downs.
no, they're
so
not.
those are like they were saying they're
Okay, so
they
how do
go
they do
until
it?
there's a winner.
So if he
Keep
spent it,
building until
so
there's a winner.
$1 tickets are $1 each. It looks like.
Yeah, so he calculated that if he spent $1,100 on 1,100 tickets, odds are he'd have one 4-number winner that would pay out $1,000, and at least 18 or 19 3-number winners that paid $900.
Huh.
That meant his $1,100 investment would yield a $1,900 return for a tidy profit of $800.
Huh. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
Can you follow that math? How did he do that?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's just on odds, right? So, because you have the odds, like there's 1 in every 10 tickets is gonna win, with 1 number, 2 numbers, right?
Yeah, but what if he didn't get one 4-number winner? Is it the whole thing's just a rip? Then he would have lost.
He would have lost, and
Like
that
that's
happened.
1,000 of it. He just lost a
Yeah,
ton.
that's that. I'm pretty sure that's.
He only profited 800, so if he loses
Yeah.
1,000, it's all
But
gone.
no, he still profited because there's at least a chance that he's gonna have 1 4, which is $1,000, which is pretty much his money.
Well, no, that's what I'm
back.
saying. What if he didn't get any fours?
Well, then.
Yeah, I mean it's 1 in
Then he breaks
1,100.
even,
But
right?
what if you
So-
didn't get the 1 in 1,100 chance?
Then he breaks even. So,
Well, no, then he only gets the maybe 18 or 19
yes.
3-number winners.
Okay, then the next
That's
time.
not enough. 1,100,
Yes,
900.
but it's called odds, and you play again the next time, and boom, it's,
But was
like,
it 1 in 1,000 chance to get a 4-number winner?
I don't know. I could not tell you.
I don't know. I feel like he got lucky because, like, yeah, there's like a 49% chance to hit red on roulette,
No.
but yeah, there's also a 49% chance to hit black on roulette.
Yeah.
So there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance to hit a 4-number, but like you could buy 1,000 and not get it. Just because you bought 1,000 doesn't mean you get one.
So at one point, I guess he actually went up to 36.
But he ended up putting more money in,
Yeah.
anyways.
So he got 3,600 tickets, and then he made $2,700 profit. So he made money, right? So
yeah, he did $3,600 worth and made $2,700 profit the next time.
So next time he purchased 8,000. So
yeah, the next time he did $8,000 worth of tickets and nearly doubled his money, which doesn't really make sense because, okay, you had 1,100 and made a profit of 800. You had 3,600 and made a profit of 2,700. Why suddenly would it now be doubling your money?
just your odds.
It hadn't
lucky.
been.
No, it's lucky. It's called.
Well, no, I said it
gambling.
confirmed his math.
Yes, but he. but that means he's still gonna win. He's always gonna make money, so he just made more money.
No, you're not always.
It's like
gonna
sometimes
win.
you're gonna make 50%. Sometimes you're gonna make 3%. Sometimes you're gonna make negative 10%. They don't know until it's over.
Well,
It's like,
you could buy 8,000 tickets and they could all match nothing. That is one of the outcomes that can happen.
Here, actually, I got lottery tickets right here because I am an addict. It's this lottery ticket
What
right
does it say
here.
on the back?
It lost us. I'm not gonna show you the numbers because
Don't they usually give you the odds on matching certain numbers of numbers?
I think
We legally have to tell people.
I think you have to go
your
online
odds.
for that. But I had one ticket. It had 10 draws on it, and it has three rows. Like here, like this one I can show you because it's just a quick pick. It's already done.
Well,
so
that's
that like
tiny. No one's gonna see that.
anyway. So
Yeah, that's tiny.
I know, but you have to try to get at least 4 numbers 3 numbers out of those 6, 7. Right? There, it's better now. You have to get 3 out of those 7 numbers. I had one of these tickets with 10 numbers on them. And not a single thing did I win. And we also have the second prize right here with that number. And all you have to do is match that last number. I had it, I think it was a 1. It's not this ticket, it was another one. I had it for 10 weeks. I had 2 tickets that were good for 10 draws. Not once did it hit those 2 numbers. So, in theory, I should at least hit those numbers at least 2 or 3 times. But nope, I didn't hit it once. So, it's just the way it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, like you could flip a coin 15 times and get
I was pretty miserable
tails every single time.
That one ticket, that's the first time I've ever bought a $90 ticket and haven't won $1 on it. And I was pretty flipping miserable about that, you know? Like, it's not even that much, but it was pretty annoying.
Yeah. So after this $8,000 one is when he finally told his wife.
Yeah.
I guess he was doing all this without telling her. This is getting to the amounts where you kind of need to. He told her he had already won over 5 figures. Marge didn't react. Jerry told her he wasn't doing anything illegal. He was just playing the game the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah.
Except he had found a loophole. Yeah, so Marge was in. Son of a bitch, I'm in. Apparently, okay, so this is confusing me. It turned out roll downs would happen every 6 weeks. How? What? No, just above there they said it's triggered by hitting 5 million.
Which, yeah, but the odds of winning, I guess, the odds of someone getting 5 numbers is pretty low. So maybe that's just, right? So.
Well, no, this is basically saying, like, I mean, I guess maybe every 6 weeks, $5 million worth of tickets are. Because they're saying they do the roll down whenever $5 million is reached.
Yeah.
That's what it said above.
Yeah.
And now they're saying that that's 6 weeks. Well, is it every 6 weeks or is it approximately?
I don't know.
Like, they're giving me 2 different answers.
This is a 20-year-old story, right? Okay?
You saw the movie. What did the movie go with?
I don't remember. Yeah.
So he and Marge knew all the convenience store owners in the area, so they weren't bothered when the Selby's would stand at a lottery machine for hours on end buying thousands of tickets.
Yeah, so
apparently the strategy became so profitable, the Selby's invited their 6 grown children to participate, and then Jerry created a corporation called GS Investment Strategies and sold shares for $500 apiece to friends and neighbors.
Huh. Yeah.
After 12 weeks of big roll down profits, the windfall lottery was shut down. Well, 12 weeks is just 2.
Yeah. Okay.
2 times of it happening. And we already saw it was like 8,000, 4,000, 2,000. How is he?
I don't know. But
how's he getting millions? Didn't it start with millions? Anyways, due to declining ticket sales. Well, why would you have declining ticket sales?
Well, yeah, because they're buying so many. Who knows? But
I mean, these people are buying thousands, so like,
yeah,
I don't know. But a friend alerted Jerry to another similar windfall lottery in Massachusetts, nearly 700 miles away.
Oh, okay.
So they started traveling to Massachusetts every time there was a roll down, going as far as spending $720,000 on $2 tickets.
Yeah.
Then they would rent a motel room and go through each and every one of the 360,000 tickets looking for winning numbers.
Yeah.
So after 9 years, the Selsby's grossed over $27 million in winning tickets for a net profit of $7.7 million before taxes.
Holy shit! So,
and then they started getting investigated by a newspaper.
Yeah. But again, they're not breaking the law.
Actually, they were investigating locations where lottery tickets were being sold at extraordinarily high volumes because that's required for this thing to work, I guess.
Yeah.
That triggered an investigation by the Inspector General. The Selsby's had been playing by the rules. The lottery had worked the way it was designed to work. The Selsby's had discovered a very lucrative legal lottery loophole.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the end of the article. They investigated them.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. So. They did the math.
I'm pretty sure they shut it down. I think it's over now. So, because too many people would be making money on that now.
Well, I assume we don't do this roll down thing anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
Roll down lotteries. Let me see. Roll down lotteries still running.
Okay, well, I thank everybody who is here watching and hanging out with us. Thank you very much. See anything there, Dustin?
No.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, we appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. If you are watching on the YouTube for our first live stream ever, please give it a follow. And if you are not watching on Kick, please go over to the live show, give it a like, give it a follow. Every follow helps us grow. We're also on Facebook and X, formerly known as Twitter. You can find us all at borderlinebanter.com. Or Jay's did put in the link in the for the YouTube. Um, yeah, and if you want to be on the show, drop us a line. We always like to hear from people, have different opinions, and all that. There's a few questions down below. Do you want to take the last one there, Dustin?
The last?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or as we always like to talk about on this show, it's okay not to be okay. If you need help, we've got some contacts for you here, some different numbers you can call or text. We have both options here for people to reach out for help. Especially close subject to our hearts here is the suicide one, but we've included some additional lines on here now: veterans, Rainbow Youth, Trevor line, or you can just dial 988. That works in any of North America now. Discovered. So, if you need help, reach out for help.
Okay. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you again. Anything to say before we leave, Dustin?
Thanks everyone for watching and being patient with us as we try to make the YouTube thing work. And appreciate anyone watching later, as I think we'll still have it posted on YouTube. It may just actually be in 2 spots now.
It should only be on the 1 spot on YouTube. I'll find
Or it might be easier for us because as soon as we're done, it's there. Right?
Yeah.
It'll be available right away for rebroadcast.
So we only have a few people watching, so I'm going to pass you off to this one guy. I don't know who he is. He doesn't have a video up, but he's playing Fortnite. He's got 1 follower. I always like to share the love with small streamers. Stay safe. We'll see you on Monday.
This one
Enjoy
guy.
the weekend.
Okay, so when these people put in the $720,000 bet, there was no guarantee that if somebody came in and